Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biology 60. This is human biology, and my name's Elizabeth Bamer, and I will be your instructor for this course. It's so great to have you here. This course is a fast 8-week course in the second half of the semester, and we'll talk more about that. But keep in mind that a normal semester-long course is about 16 weeks, and we are fitting this course into 8 weeks. So it'll move by pretty quickly. So right off the get-go, and I would encourage you guys to stay on top of your assignments because this will go by extremely quickly. So when you open up your Canvas page, you'll see our Welcome to Human Biology, an overview of the course. From my picture, you got to this welcome message, I hope. Here is my email. I include my LinkedIn profile if you want to know a little bit more about my background. I've been with Long Beach City College since 2018. And I've really enjoyed my time with them. I will hold an office hour on Thursdays on Zoom at 10 a.m. If you do happen to want to meet at that time or another time, if you could just let me know. I hold an office hour for several of my other classes as well. So just shoot me a message if I know I will be expecting you then. The best way to communicate with me is via Canvas or by email, and I will respond to you within 24 hours during the week. And if it's on the weekend, it might be a little bit longer than that. So right away, you can start working through the course orientation module. There's about 20 points of assignments that you need to complete. 3 simple assignments in that course orientation module. Here is a link to the syllabus, all of the other modules, and then the grade book. So let's jump first of all to the course orientation module. This will take you through a little bit about me, a guide to this online class, course practices, a student hangout forum where you can get to know each other. This discussion where it says introduce yourself to the class, I would like you to do this. You'll get 5 points for introducing yourself to the class. So please do that discussion, answering the questions that it asks you to. The other 5-point assignments are I have you watch 2 simple videos about how to succeed in an online class. Online classes are a little bit learning than in person. And, thanks to COVID and the pandemic, we got we got used to a lot of online classes, but I know some of you might be going back in person as well. So I would like you to watch these videos and give me a little feedback about each video after you watch them. And then at the end, there is an orientation module and syllabus quiz. I also include in this orientation kind of the final paper grading rubric. So in our course, you'll write a final paper on a human biology topic. And to do that, I'm going to ask you to watch a human biology related documentary. And I want you to start looking for your documentary now. You can look on YouTube or Netflix or any other site, but you just need to get approval from me by the first week of class. So you have to write your paper 2-page minimum, which is not much. That can be double spaced. That's only about 500 or 600 words, so not much. Describing this human biology related documentary that you watched using APA7 formatting. I want you to write a title page, a reference page, and use APA7 for all references and text citations. Here's a rubric for that final paper that you can look at on your own, but keep in mind, start thinking of a documentary related to human biology that you want to watch. All right, so back to kind of the home page. I am going to pull up the syllabus here and we'll just take a quick look at it together. I would like you to read this in detail on your own. Here's the required material, the textbook. You can get that in an online format. Here are the dates of our course today, Monday, October 21st to Friday, December 15th. As you're looking through, you can see the student learning outcome, identify all organization levels of human anatomy, and understand basic principles of physiology as it applies to homeostasis and disease control. In terms of how I structure this course, I structure it on a module week by week basis. And you'll see I've published the first 2 modules or the first 2 weeks for you, which get us through kind of our first unit and through our first lecture exam, chapters 1 to 4. Please read through the rest of the syllabus on your own. Grading, you'll have lecture exams for which you can use notes for the assessment, but you're going to want to study ahead of time in order to complete it within that time frame. So you will be unable to complete the exam within the time frame if you don't study, because there will not be enough time to look through your book for every answer. So keep that in mind. You have 5 lecture exams worth 100 points each. For every chapter, I have you complete reviewing the concepts chapter questions. So at the end of every chapter, there's a little review section. And this is to make sure that I know you have the textbook and you're reading those chapters and you're completing those, reviewing the concepts chapters questions. It's kind of a simple homework assignment that goes along with your chapter textbook readings every week. And then the online discussion forum. So this is a bulky part of your grade, our discussion forums. They'll be based on case studies or material from that chapter where you have to write an initial post, always due by Wednesday at midnight of that week. And the initial post needs to be at least 150 words, answering my initial question or case study to you in detail. And then you need to reply to 2 classmates by Sunday night every week. And those replies have to be a little bit more than just I agree. Try to ask your classmate another question to continue on the discussion. So an initial post due by Wednesday every week, and then 2 reply posts due by Sunday every week for a total 10 points each for a total of 30 points. Because this is an 8-week course, you will have probably 2 discussion posts per week. So you're going to be in Canvas a lot, working through these case studies and discussions. So just in review for how we've laid out this course, we have lecture exams probably every other week because it's a condensed course. You'll have kind of homework assignments at the end of every chapter, and then you'll have weekly discussion forums. So that kind of makes up the bulk of your grade. The human biology paper will be worth 50 points, and that will be due at the end of the semester. So I'll let you guys read through that. If you need any accommodations, there is the accommodation link in the syllabus as well. These are some important fall dates: last day to receive a refund, last day to drop without a W, and last day to drop the course with a W. So keep in mind, it's your responsibility to check those fall dates and then to drop the course as you see fit. And then here are our schedule of topics. So I kind of block everything off in units to correspond to 5 units and then the 5 lecture exams. But then every week is called a module. So this first unit is based on the first 2 weeks or the first 2 modules, chapters 1 to 4, and then your final exam for this module is due on Sunday, November 3rd. Please get approval for the documentary that you wish to watch and write about by the end of this first unit. So you can kind of see the schedule broken down. I will post modules in chunks. So for again, the first 2 modules are chunked for you, and I will get the next couple modules chunked for you as well. So let me go ahead and go back to our Canvas here. All right, so if we go back to kind of our intro page, and let me go into the module section. In the announcement section, I will post weekly announcements for you, letting you know what you have to do that week. Make sure you're working through the orientation module this week, as well as working your way through module 1, which takes you through the first 2 chapters, doing the reviewing the concepts, end of chapter questions, and then the discussion post. So you have a lot to get through in this first week. I think I'm going to pause my video there, let you think on this information. Please message me with any questions. I'm here to help you. I will gladly set up a time to meet with you at any time that is convenient for both of us. I have a pretty busy, kind of a heavy load of classes this semester, but please know that I'm happy to meet with you at any time. I hope you guys have a great course. And again, let me know if you need anything and we'll be in touch. Take care, everybody.